Thanks for tuning in. This is FatFest, presented by AML Media. Hosted by Gene and Stephen Labordi.
Yo, everybody. Welcome to another fun episode of FatFest. Fest. Everything, all food related. Even on our other podcast, we can't not talk about food sometimes. So we have this dedicated to all the real fats and wannabe fats and should-be fats out there. There's a lot of should-be fats out there.
And X-fats.
X-fats, yes,
Not
sorry.
to be confused with
I don't want to
X-Pats.
exclude X-fats. Yes, and I have a lot of friends that should be skinny fats, I like to call them. The ones that had all the snacks growing up, and they're unhealthy, but it's like they just, now they're hitting 30s and getting like a little bit of a gut, but I'm like, my whole life, I'm like, fuck you, kind of.
Yeah. Or the people who like turn into booze bags and they have obvious alcohol-related weight gain.
Yeah. It was just all in the gut.
It's more noticeable in women.
Yeah. It strips away their face, skinny arms, and it's just all gut. And I've learned why that happens, too. It's literally because, like, their body just starts eating away
Muscle?
everything that it shouldn't be because they're just drinking the fat.
Oh, yeah. Alcohol is really not good for really anything.
Yeah, stop drinking it. And I'm officially still fat, but I've lost 100 pounds. And this laying off the sauce, not any sauce, has been the...
Yeah.
That and, get 20 pounds of liquid drained out of your gut helps too. But today's episode, to get on a more fun topic here, something we've been bouncing around and something that I know very well traveling back and forth from Philly to Pittsburgh, probably somewhere in the realm of 100 times now, is...
No, that's way too many.
Too many, yeah, but a lot. I mean, enough where I know landmarks on the PA Turnpike. Like, I know
we've been traveling the Turnpike since we were kids.
True.
And the theme of today's show, like road trip snacks.
Got like ice on your chest. Goddamn ice addict.
Iced up. It's a tradition in our family.
It is
to kit out with your travel goods.
Mm-hmm. And so the topic is car foods. You're going on, and I think anything over an hour, I'm going to make at least a little stop.
Okay.
Maybe not anything, but it does help the car ride. I don't smoke in the car, so that's a big thing too.
Gotta have.
So like for you, since you smoke in the car, you're probably you already have coffee in hand.
I'm not getting car snacks unless it's like 3 hours or more.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to our format we like, where we draft. So that way we're not picking the same thing, because I think we probably would pick a lot of them. 7 items. Drinks are those items as well. We'll go back and forth. And but it is, like you said, we've been doing it. We had a cabin in like the middle of PA, so it was always, let's stop at the Wawa.
Ritual.
Yeah, load up on coffees. I'd get a chocolate milk, so I'd shit myself halfway through.
Our parents were real big on getting making sure we stop at Wawa before we get on the Turnpike, and we carried it on.
It does really help the ride, which, just fatting out in a car, having snacks, because there's nothing you get that is healthy, really.
It's just the ritual aspect of it. It's like, all right, we're in this for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the reason this is even an interesting topic for me is I really don't want to stop at a rest area to get food.
Which will be a topic. I was thinking one day we'll talk just Turnpike restaurants, because they're very interesting sometimes.
Roy Rogers, baby.
Yeah, and I have a whole Annie Ann story we'll tell, but that's for another episode. But
told that story on UBI.
Did I? Okay.
But not on FatFest.
Yeah, I'll highlight it one time. But so this is, for us, it's Wawa, Sheetz, whatever,
It's a convenience store.
and you're gassing up too. That's
right. But we're not, are like fast food items part of this draft?
If you want it, but no, I think we should save that, because I think that's like a whole thing on its own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you? I'll let you lead off.
Yeah,
you always lead
start.
off. I'll let you lead off.
Coffee.
All right. Which figured that would be it. And just for all intents and purposes, we'll call that, because like I would get like a cappuccino or a hot chocolate when I was younger, but any of those things.
Yeah.
Now let the people out there. You drink a lot of coffee.
Drink a lot of coffee.
If you're going to a Wawa or even a 7-Eleven, how you make that coffee?
I'm doing this is out, no question, a Wawa coffee.
Yeah.
If I'm doing a draft.
They do a great coffee.
I'm doing 20 ounce,
The big boy.
the biggest. Regular coffee. Wawa makes a great just coffee. You know what I mean? No flavored shit. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use hazelnut creamer and 2 sweet and lows. And in that 20 ounce coffee with the hazelnut sweetener, 2 sweet and lows. You've tried my go-to coffee.
I was going to let the people out there know I'm just getting into coffee kind of. And even when I wasn't into it, I would sip on his because the hazelnut is the go-to. I've messed with the Irish creams, everything. The hazelnut is a perfect, not too overbearing.
And it's a nice change up from just plain creamer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And you're pretty, even though you drink a lot of coffee, you make a pretty light coffee as far as like the color of it. You put a
Yeah. Because like Rachel says she drinks black coffee. Like, listen, if I was around in the days where coffee became a new thing, I would have been like, you guys are retarded. I'm not drinking that bullshit.
I'm gonna go squeeze a fucking cow tit in here.
Like, yeah. Like regular black coffee, I can't do. I don't do it like super sweet, but it's because I like the artificial pink sweetener. So you know. Yeah. And when you drink it all day, you want to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And we are a sweet and low family. We grew up with our dad being a diabetic. First of all, the amount of sugar you have to put into a coffee
Too much.
is absurd, especially the thing you just hold upside down. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And 3 packets of sweet and low does the whole job.
It does it better.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have when you drink as much coffee as I have, I bought regular sugar just because it was convenient. It leaves like a film in your mouth.
That, and like you got to keep stirring it, or else you're going to have a pile of grit at the bottom of it.
Yeah. So it hasn't killed me yet, so I'm going to keep doing sweet and low.
And just dry, especially a cigarette smoker and coffee, hand in hand in a car.
I mean, it would be like torture to not have those things in a long ride.
Now, I chew in the car. So I was going to say, because Dad always brought, which he never bought a Wawa cup. He just figured I go here enough. I deserve to get the free reusable straws. But you get the reusable one. And I was going to say this little pro tip out there. Get the reusable one because then when you're done, you have either a small trash can / tuner to spit into.
Okay.
And that's about it. I was trying to think of a third because usually the rule of 3s, but I couldn't come up with one. But the small trash can's nice, especially for car treats. A lot of little corner rips off and shit.
And real quick,
ashtray.
If you really want to, but that's what the window's for. With the coffee cup, I don't care if it's Dunkin', I don't care if it's Wawa. The only proper lid is the old lid. That
the peel back.
You tear it up and it clicks into the. But the reason it's important is I can't just drink blazing hot boiling coffee.
Yes.
So I need like 20 minutes for it to cool down a little bit. And if you have that lid that has the spout that's always open.
The permanent one that Starbucks does.
Yeah, it can splash out. And I like to know exactly when the coffee's going to hit my lips.
Yeah, because when it is hot, when you're in that in-between game of like if it's hot or not, when it is that spigot, because it funnels,
it's unpredictable.
It'll shoot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that's just science, people.
That's a pro tip.
Yes.
So, give me coffee. It's a must-have for my road trip.
For me, I'm going to go diet iced tea. Because I do want some caffeine. I don't do energy drinks because then it does make me have to pee too much. Like a Red Bull will hit the diuretic button for me to make me have to pee. And then the iced tea is nice because it just keeps sipping. And I am diet. Once again, just normal diet lemon. Hopefully I can get Wawa. Their iced teas are banging.
Well, it's a draft, so you get whatever you want.
Yeah, so, and once again, that's the fake sweetener are in diet iced teas. So
bring it on, it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know what the great thing about the artificial sweetener in the tea, especially because you drink in larger quantities, there's times where just plain sugar can give me a stomach ache.
Yeah.
I never have gotten a stomach ache from artificial sweeteners.
On that note, just to give the people some science, because that's what they're here for, and Rachel, I learned this the other day, the study of fake sweeteners being really bad for you and stuff, yes, there's a little bit of truth to it. But the way they did that study is with most things, with rats and small animals and shit. Mm-hmm. And the amount per, like, that they give them to their body would be the equivalent of having to drink like 300 diet sodas a day. So those tumors or whatever the cancerous stuff the rats get, it's because they're pumping them.
Let's also probably add that any of the science that was anti-sweetener is probably done by the sugar
Big
cartel.
sugar. Hey.
I'm still on the real sugar side.
Hey, no, you stay because it works for you.
And I hate the taste of sweet and low.
And that's your prerogative, and good. Someone's got to keep them rich, Rachel, so go ahead.
Well, I don't use sugar in my coffee
No, you
either,
don't.
though.
Yeah, she's a Viking. All right, so you're going
I'm
with...
going to go a diet iced tea. And the nice thing at Wawa is when you can get I think it would be a liter or whatever.
The little one?
The little one, because then I can do the diet peach iced tea. I can do a diet tea, so I can have a couple. And then also I have some tuners in the car as well.
Okay. Yeah, I always think people look weird getting those little tiny iced teas when there's
I'm talking like it's a pint, I would imagine.
Yeah, pint ain't shit. That's
No,
that's like 4 swigs.
Yeah, but if you're doing, you get like 6 of them, you're good to go.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you got coffee at number 1. Now, I assume, say you are 8 hours, and I'm like, Steven, I'm not fucking stopping this truck. Is coffee going to be the thing you're getting no matter what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because also then it does with both tea and coffee, a little bit of a hunger suppressant too.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But it's just the only thing I refuse to not have on a drive is coffee.
When you're saying black coffee, the only time I drink black coffee is on diets and just being in an office, putting ice in there and making a fucking thing of black coffee and just going like I was about
slugging
to
it.
Yeah, being like basically like I'm taking a shot, being like and just pound that down and
it's
muscle
awful.
it down.
And I don't consider myself someone who is like I don't drink white coffee. Like I like the taste of coffee, but black coffee literally tastes like boot water.
Will you ever just put a little like ice in there to try and cool it down? Are you ever?
Yeah. If it's steaming hot, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you my number 2.
Number 2.
I am getting a breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
Preferably bacon, egg, and cheese on a muffin or a biscuit. But
for the people, we're doing Wawa. What is going to be your definite? Or, like we talked about, the McDonald's breakfast sandwich.
well, we were not doing
Yeah, that's
the
right,
fast
that's right.
food.
But
Because, the Egg McMuffin is the king. You talk about, like, when I'm checking out at the register, they have
are you
pre-done.
getting that pre-made one usually?
Can you even get a breakfast sandwich at the counter?
Mm-hmm. Rachel gets them because Wawa has the plant-based stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
But yes, you can.
For the record, I'm not getting a plant-based one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the biscuit because Wawa actually has a good biscuit, and they're always the ones that are gone if you don't get there bright and early. Biscuit, bacon, egg, cheese. The only thing on the sizzly, I'll get it, but I'm not big on the bagels they have. They're shitty bagels.
Yeah, which is funny because I still go bagel, and that's the fat in me because I go, it's more food.
It's the most food.
But I don't like biscuits.
Yeah, which is weird.
I'm a big anti-bit, too dry for me. Just some I don't like 'em.
Messy.
But if they have the croissant, I'll go croissant.
Croissants would be my second choice for sure. And let's be honest, since it's my draft, I'm getting 2 Sizzlies.
Yeah.
They're usually
usually it's 2 for $5 or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm getting a pork roll, egg, and cheese.
Yes. Fuck.
On probably a biscuit.
The other day I was craving something, so I went with Canadian bacon, and it scratched the
It's
tick
not
for me,
pork
but
roll.
it wasn't it. It wasn't.
So what do you got next?
Now I'm going to go beef jerky, and I wanted to preload this. When especially the Philly to Pittsburgh or vice versa, especially leaving Philadelphia, I always had tears in my eyes.
Yeah, right.
And there was something to it. I would always overbuy food, like,
well, that's the ritual. Fuck yeah.
but
to compensate,
it kind of, I would keep that bag of my car snacks for for 2-3 days afterwards.
It was like a memory.
Almost,
or
yeah.
something?
It was like this, it would help wean me off of the trip, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting the big bag, and I forget the name of them, and it's
Wild Bill's.
Wild Bill's teriyaki is the best. It's the most.
It's like this big.
It's like $16.
It's probably more now.
Yeah. But it's the best jerky. It's better than beef links and all or whatever the
Jack
hell.
links.
Yeah. And I go to teriyaki.
Definitely, because teriyaki, like regular jerky, sometimes can get a little too salty.
Mm-hmm.
The teriyaki is beautiful, but
and that's great for the car. It really is the best.
It is, but the price. I mean, we're doing a draft, so obviously we're not worried about the price. But in a real situation, it's absurd how expensive beef jerky is.
It really is. Now, I know people who make jerky, and it is not an easy thing, especially to like. It shouldn't be that expensive. But also with that, I will say, especially if I'm by myself, not thinking of it, there's probably beef jerky shards all over my car because like you chewing on it and just in there, just spitting little pieces,
little hard pieces
stuck out of my, pulling them out of the back of my gut, teeth and stuff.
All right. I kind of wanted to pick something that you might take, but I just have to be true to my my road trip instincts here, and I'm gonna go Bugles.
That's a great one.
Bugles, baby. It's like the only time I buy Bugles.
I was gonna say
it's a change up.
The car ride is the perfect place for a different something.
Mm-hmm.
And my next pick is exactly with that.
Yeah.
And that is the combo.
Yeah. That was why I was torn between the combo or the Bugle.
And now do you just go original?
I like all of them, but the mid-size bag of Bugles is usually most places only have the original, and yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, now I'm gonna go combos, and the best one by far, there's not even a close second, is I never get the pretzel Bugle. It's too
salty.
Yeah, and too dry. The cracker 7-layer bean dip, I think it's called, right, Rachel?
Mexican dip.
7-layer dip.
7-layer dip, the yellow bag is fucking. I house those big bags, dude. They're so good. And both of them too. All of the packaging, I'm thinking, are the most inconvenient car ride ones too. Because a normal bag of chips you can open up. Those are the ones you can't do that. You have to rip a corner off, and so then halfway through it, you just have you have to find a place to put it and just shove your hand.
Yeah.
But that's part of the car ride fun.
Sure. I like the pizza combos. Also cracker. The pretzel ones are good, but they get tired. I get tired of them faster.
And as much as I love blue cheese, the blue cheese one's good, but not even close.
Well, they're not blue cheese flavored. They're buffalo wing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Combos. I'm going to go with one of the foods that I'll eat any time of day, any day, is the barbecue Pringle.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I eat Pringles at like 2, 3 at a time minimum.
And we've talked about that before. What is the acceptable?
There's no rules, dude.
No rules.
However you like to Pringle out.
Yeah. I'm the pizza flavor. My
okay. Yeah, there's not a bad Pringle.
Mm. And the only downside of the Pringle is when you get halfway through that can, if you're by yourself, that could be a dangerous situation.
I'll make it work. I'll make it work. But you're right.
I've seen this as a friend from high school, a fellow fat at the time, get to the bottom quarter of Pringles and just shake this shit out of it so that he could just drink them.
It. Well, that's what I was going to say. When you're driving, the beautiful thing about Pringles is you don't have to figure out how to rig the bag up to drink the bottom of it. It's like a cup.
Yeah.
Of all the broken pieces.
Now let me ask you this. This is something that bothers me on cream cheeses, dips, Pringles especially. Do you completely remove the flap, whether it be tin foil, sometimes it's like tin foil or plastic? You know how it's got the
Not
lid
always.
And then it has
Yeah.
See, I fucking hate, and I do it. I find myself doing it, but like with cream cheese especially, it makes it more messy. People always leave just on there a little bit. They think it's going to be like a better sealant.
I don't consider Pringles a messy food either way.
No, but it reminded me of that.
You know why I leave it on there sometimes is because when you reseal it, because that extra layer,
Yeah.
It kind of. I mean, I don't think it would have much effect, but in my mind, that's why I do it.
Okay.
Until I get to the end, once I'm about to drink it, I rip that off.
All right, I'm gonna go. And not a lot of people know these. They are TGI Friday brand potato skin chips.
Yeah, you love those things.
They're fucking
They are
banging.
good.
Now,
They got a nice mouth.
and the older I'm getting, I don't like fake bacon flavor, so stay away from those. Just go the original cheddar, and then the ranch are okay, but just the original.
I never had the ranch one.
Yeah, you're not. Stick with the
Yeah.
original. One, they just want to go back to being fat. It just feels more filling because of the texture of it. And, man, I don't know. But that's one of those things I tend to.
They only come in small bags for a reason.
Yeah, they definitely, they're a heavy chip.
They're really good, though. That's a good pick, but I wasn't even thinking about those.
You know what I used to fucking middle school after football? The vending machine had them, and I would spend like $4 a day. I get
Like
like
3 bags
like
for
3-4 bags for the bus ride home with those.
Yeah. Good. It's good for a growing boy to eat.
Especially after practice, and then like all the dudes from Foxwood, like, yo, Gene, let me get some chips.
There's only like 7 in these bags. No way. All right, my next pick is going to be a Swedish fish.
Oh, okay.
Do I even have to say anything?
Nah, it's just there's not even a downside, because if you were gonna say there was a downside to Swedish fish, it would be that it can get stuck in your teeth. But out of all of the
It comes
teeth,
out the easiest.
all of the teeth stuckiest, they come out the easiest.
And again, they have a good mouth feel. They're different from other fruity candies. But you like Skittles and Starburst. I'm not crazy about those. Something about the sweet, it's unique flavor. And they also have different flavored ones that are pretty good. But yeah, just give me the OG Swedish fish.
You speaking of Swedish fish, when we went fishing the other time, you went through the old camping bag, which is over a year now. Open Swedish fish.
Yeah.
Out of the camping bag, boom, kept eating them, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
They got a good little shelf life on them, man.
Yeah.
Candy might be one of those things
It's a
that
survival food,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, that's a lot of sugars in there. Get you going, get you to the places you need to go.
You know what's great, but real quick about Swedish fish is, you can hammer those down quick if you want, or you can just pick once in a while. Every 15 minutes, grab a few. Again, I'm a multiple at once kind of guy. I'm not eating one Swedish fish. But also, unlike most candies, if you're kind of hungry, they'll do an okay job.
There's some meat there. There's some meat to those bones.
Exactly.
It's a fish. It's a protein. Come on, people.
You're right.
We're going to get all nitty-piggy, Now, I'm going to move into the candy sector, too. So you're at 5. I'm at 4. I'm a big candy guy. This is hard for me because I go the gambit on them. I'm going to go with the sour Skittle. That is my favorite candy by far. I love sour, and most candies out there that say they're sour, not that sour.
Those fuckers are sour.
The sour Skittle, fuck your mouth up. That's how sour they are.
Yeah,
and they're perfect because it's one of those things that, it's just in the back of me. They're so sour, I can't eat a lot of them, and I'm like, that's good for me because I can just eat a bag of Skittles if I'm not thinking of it. So green bag, sour Skittles.
They force you to pace yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I suck the sour off, then let them melt a little bit and get them soft. And I have a rule: you can never just do one color of Skittle. I'll do one at a time, but if it's multiple, I don't care if I have 15 yellows in there. I'm waiting until something else pops out.
So you won't just eat 3 yellows at a time?
Nope. Something in the autism in me won't allow it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. All right.
So we're getting the last 2.
I know, and it's tough.
Because there's an obvious one on here that neither of us has set that most people are like, how was that not number 1?
It hasn't popped out to me. I got to get something chocolatey. I need something chocolatey, but like a candy bar, I'll just eat way too fast. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go candy cakes. Give me a 4-pack of candy cakes.
Like tasty cakes?
Aren't they tasty candy cakes?
Yeah.
Which one? That's
How many
the
times have I had to tell you about candy cakes? You know what they are? They're the little circle
peanut butter. Okay.
candy cakes.
Okay. I know what they are because they're the best ones.
Oh, they're so good, dude. And like 4 of them because they come in.
It's from
big
Philadelphia.
packs.
You're welcome.
Yeah. They're perfectly sweet enough where you don't need more than 4 of them. I want them right now, actually.
They are very, very good.
And they're mouth size, bite size. I'm not taking 2 bites, so it's a good car treat.
Yeah, because some of those, like the
I was thinking like donuts or something like that.
well, like because even like we both love the coffee cake that Tasty Cake does, but it's crumbly. That's a mess.
I was between the candy cake and the butterscotch crimpet. I love a butterscotch crimpet, and they're also good to eat in the car. But
what's your opinion on just sparking your opinion on the Cosmo brownie? Cosmic brownie.
They are texturally really good, but they're not that tasty as a brownie.
Mm-hmm.
But they are very chewy and
this fakest thing there is, but I love them for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Because the texture is like gooey and consistent, and they have those little colored things.
I
on
eat
top.
them all first. Make a meal out of it.
I won't buy cosmic brownies for myself, but if they're available, like I'm happy about it.
I think it's that was like the one chocolate thing I would get in school. They were 25 cents. I remember middle school.
Cheap as shit.
Yeah. And I put it and you ball it up, put it in your mouth like a real fat little kid should be doing. I got one here, and I'm not a big chocolate person, but I got to have something in there. The Fast Break.
The candy bar?
Yeah, with the pretzel in there and the caramel chocolate covered.
See, I think
Wait, is it a
Take 5.
Take
Take
five,
5. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Take 5.
there might be a fast break bar.
There
too.
is.
But I got to be honest with you, I think this is a little fugazi because I don't think you would get that.
He's gotten them before.
Yeah, and a lot of times I'll look for them and I don't see them. Kit Kat is kind of my go-to, but in the car, Kit Kat is the chocolate is on you too much.
Yeah.
And I eat a Kit Kat a very specific way. The Take 5 is my favorite.
I've had it before. It is good. If I was gonna go candy bar though, I'm going whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit, you turn me, and you know they have the whatchamacallit and the who'shamacallit.
Yeah, but no, I haven't had that. But a Kit Kat also or a Twix, can't go wrong.
You know what's good, and it's funny. I remember Mom showing it to me, and she said she would get them, and people would pick on her when she was younger. You ever have the Chunky bar?
Yeah.
With the raisins in there, that real
Yeah.
thick one with 4 squares.
Of course I've
Yeah,
had. I'm a big Hershey's guy.
Yeah, you don't see them a lot of places, but they're fucking.
The silver
A
foil.
lot of times they're like at the bottom shelf lower, like it's like old. Only if you know about them can you find them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the last pick here, man. How you gonna bring it home? So you got coffee, a breakfast sandwich, Bugles. You got the sweet and the chocolate.
I'm having. There's something I want to pick, but I feel like it's kind of cheating, and I wouldn't. I'm trying to make this a realistic list as opposed to
Just
separate
best.
trip because I want to go with a classic hoagie. But that doesn't feel right for this.
See, no, yeah, because I was almost going to say breakfast sandwich isn't in the thing, but because you got the pre-made one, I kind of was like, okay with
Yeah,
it.
you buy, yeah.
Now, if you're going to say you're going to pull one of the pre-made shelf ones from 7-Eleven, which ain't that bad. I'm not going to lie to you. The
They're
turkey
not
and
terrible.
cheese, not that bad. But no, I'm not. Usually in a car and go back.
I'm not going to get a hoagie, even though I'll eat a hoagie.
There's a
while I'm
Primo's
driving.
around here. I found a Primo's.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll have to hit that up when we're missing home
Yeah,
one
man.
day.
People rave about those. Don't they have the sesame roll?
Yeah, it's the closest bread we're going to get to home.
Yeah, we have to hit that up.
No cold beverage?
Well, that's where that's what I'm thinking. I think I might just do a, because I often do get these while I'm driving. I'm gonna go with this sugar-free Monster,
Okay.
the white can. Usually, you get 2 of them for like $3-4. Because I need some kind of cold drink, and I'm assuming water isn't something I have to pick.
No, see, that was going to be my pick. That was going to be the one.
Okay, well then.
So my pick is going to be water because after 4 hours is when I notice my feet will sometimes swell up depending on like
The car
with
you're
the
driving?
car I'm in.
Yeah.
And just travel. Everyone, I get so dehydrated, especially if the AC's on or the heat's on.
Yeah.
I usually get a big thing of water, And then also I'm chewing as well, so I like to be able to rinse out.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, big. Okay.
And I usually will do 2 bottles of like the medium-sized waters.
Okay.
Keep one fresh.
Is that the obvious thing you were thinking?
That was the obvious one.
Yeah. Somebody in the car has to have water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that was hard for you to keep off your list?
I probably am grabbing another type of like a Skittle or something like that, another type of something like that. I might be getting the gummy Lifesavers are banging.
Mm-hmm.
Not Starburst because you got to individually open them. And then sometimes I'll like we would hit the Lucky 7 before we left, and they had those random bags of candy that like are unmarked.
Just like generic candy?
Yeah, like there'll be something in there to catch my eye. I'll be like, I gotta try that.
Yeah. My only thing is, I was thinking Reese's Pieces, but I eat those in every other scenario. But I can't remember really getting them for a car ride. Yeah, and if it's not going to be like something that's actually like food, I think this is about as good as list I'm going to come up with.
The thing is, I was going to say like not getting like an actual food item is because then I'm excited. I'm like, when I get there, I'm gonna get some real food up in me.
Okay.
And the beef jerky is good enough to.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Sometimes I'll do the beef jerky cheese stick thing where like it's in.
Yeah, it's like the
one
most processed thing you could possibly eat.
Or they make the ones that are a cheese stick with prosciutto wrapped around them. They're pretty good.
See, here's the thing that when you're with somebody else on the road trip, it's good to have somebody that like likes different shit than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ever see those little prepackaged kits that are like they'll have like nuts and cheese,
the protein packs and stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan of those. Yeah,
I'll never get that. But if someone with me is like, "You want a piece of cheese?" I'm like, "Why didn't I think of that?"
You know, it's funny. So we went grocery shopping. We're gonna be watching the Phillies tonight.
Let's go, Phillies.
I didn't want to. I wanted to get a little snack, but I didn't want to get a whole thing because I can't. I didn't want a lot of food in the house because of the surgery coming up. So I just got 2 of the individual. Because I was like, Steven's going to want some meat and cheese with me. Yeah, the ones that's just got like 4 pieces of cheese, so we'll have like 8 slices of cheese.
I thought you were going to say you were doing like the whole cheese crackers, pepperoni type deal.
Well, that's what I wanted, but like you can't a whole block. So I was like, I'll just grab 2 of these.
You made the right decision.
Because we're going to have the chicken parm.
Chickadee parm?
Yeah, chicky parm.
Okay.
Rachel, yeah.
So I picked 6 items.
All right, there we go.
I would get an energy drink, probably like a Celsius or a Lonnie, something with no sugar in it. Rye chips.
Oh,
those are my favorite, and
see,
they're not too messy.
For those who don't know, it's the fancy
Gardettos.
Yeah, and they did a good job. That's the best piece in.
See, here's the thing about going on a trip with Rachel. It's like she's not really going to want to share her snacks, and like I would never think to get the rye chips, but I'd be like, let me get some of those, and she probably would say yes, but she would be like,
well, no. Here's the thing with those: you eat like 3 of them, and you're sitting there like you're eyeing up how much is left in that bag because I'm like, I want some more of those.
What else you got?
Mini Oreos.
Okay.
At gas stations, you always see the bags of the minis. I never used to be too into like candy, but more recently when I'm driving, I like to have like a, and when I'm driving, I think it keeps me awake if I have like just a little like fruity thing I can put in my mouth every once in a while. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids or
regular, not sour ones.
Yeah, no, I can't do anything
the sour
really
candies.
sour.
You're a nut.
We learned that sour helps with anxiety and depression, so something's there.
That, a water, and if I'm a passenger, I like to bring some hard candy to help me not get sick. So I kind of like those traditional Starlight peppermints.
I like those, but no, if I'm getting hardtacks, I thought about putting this on my list. Give me some original Werthers, dude.
They're always a crowd pleaser, dude. That and I was just thinking the other day. Do you remember? And I feel like I don't know where you get them. And we've seen them at the craft store. They got the weird candy. They're shaped like little barrels.
The root beers?
The root beer candies,
yeah,
dude.
One of them's good. All right, but here's the one thing.
We didn't let her. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I thought that was
it.
No coffee.
Energy drink. I don't double up my caffeines.
We're not all animals.
I wouldn't get this, but if I could throw a wild card on here of something you can't even really buy in a Wawa, bring some fucking Tootsie Rolls. They don't even really sell them at stores except for like the log ones.
Yeah.
But if you had a bag of individually wrapped Tootsie Rolls, just plain ones, I could do Tootsie Rolls.
Dude, what nice thing, and everyone who's with a serious girlfriend or wife, having a purse is awesome because Rachel's always got some fucking loose hard candies in that purse. It's an old person. Old people know what they're doing. There's a reason to have hard candies when you need them, because if your fucking mouth sucks or something, having something ready to go.
Or if you want to like snatch up a kid that you didn't expect to run into.
That's why I keep them.
Yeah,
one thing I left off there, I'm a big Funyun fan.
I thought about Funyuns, of course.
Funyuns are not too messy. But yeah, I think that's I mean, between the three of us, the one thing I was going to say is I don't ever go myself because it feels too girly. But since I'm married, when Rachel, I'm like, you want Starbucks? We'll get it for you. And then I'll get the really girly drink, like the lemonades or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like the pomegranate cold beverages.
Dunkin' Donuts has a nice selection of those teas as well.
Theirs are
Poppin'.
trash.
What? They have a blueberry tea?
Listen, once you do get one of the Starbucks ones,
it's
an extra $5.
If you like fake stuff, Dunkin' is okay.
Okay, this is getting to like snobbery.
Get him.
territory.
Intervention.
But no, if I'm going to Dunkin', I'm getting coffee. You know what I mean? Sometimes, for a road trip, you know what I might do? I might get the hot hazelnut with cream and sugar, and I'll get a cold brew. And while the one's cooling down,
I'm sipping the cold brew.
I'm drinking the cold brew real quick. And you know what's nice about the cold brew? You drink it pretty quick, and then that delicious ice.
Yeah.
You eat that ice.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they ever make, because I have the nice ice maker. If they ever make a portable one for the car, I know what your Christmas present that year is gonna be.
Hell yeah! Like you could plug into the.
If that thing could screw into your floorboard or something,
that'd be obnoxious. That'd be
your car would be so wet.
We have that one little plug-in cooler.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking if we go camping or something, there's definitely a device we can bring that you could
generator to
like a small
power
like
it.
maybe like a solar one or something, so you could plug the ice maker in at night.
Yeah, we need to plug the lamps in. No, let me fill my cup first.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's about it. Make sure you're checking your oils and tire pressures. Safety first, but also you got to load yourself up with snacks.
We need to do a road trip.
Yeah. Well, now that we have the camping and the fishing, that's what I was saying. Over the winter, we'll make some plans to.
Not like a multiple day trip, but like there's all kind of cool shit in Ohio.
Just for the snacks.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Now I wish we were going on a freaking trip.
Which does, the only thing that sucks. My house is very convenient, but that 7-Eleven sucks. Like,
well, yeah, we're skipping that. We'll have to go to Sheets.
Yeah, and the Gecko actually is my.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, so that's been an episode of FatFest. If we're missing something that you guys are like, well, you guys are idiots, or just send us your list, please.
There's something on there probably that
we're missing something.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah, shit. That's I've been housing sunflower seeds lately.
I have one extra slot. You can put those in there.
And I'm going taco flavor or dill flavor.
I like regular salted sunflower seeds.
Hey. They're just as good, but...
Or like a pumpkin seed.
You like pumpkin seeds?
They're different.
Well, you eat the whole thing. It's like a...
Exactly. That's why I don't eat seeds, because they're annoying.
I'm good as shit at it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thanks, guys. I've been Gene Labordi. This is Steven Labordi. Go have a road trip with your friends. Get your snacks.
We'll have to do ballpark foods for the World Series when the Phillies make it.
Yeah. Let's go. All right, yeah, go fighting Phils. Rachel, thanks for doing everything. Keep an eye out for more content.